Hello everybody to lesson 29 of HTML Deep Understanding course. In this lesson we will study the URL encode. We will know what we have. Let's go and see. We have here, first of all, what is URL encode? The URL encode is the URL that we use. For example, in our example, this one, we will have that URL. The URL is, this is the URL, okay? So this is, we call it the URL, sorry. For example, when you go to Google, okay, and you write www.google.com, this is the URL, by the way. So we write firstly https, then colon, then that one, the first slashes. So this one is the URI or the URL. So what do we mean with the URL or with the URI? First of all, you should know that a URI is another word for a web address, okay? A URI can be compressed of words, for example, www.google.com, or it could be written with only an IP address, an internet protocol, which could be 187, for example, .77.9.23. So that could be an address for a website in the internet, or you could call the name of the website, for example, any name. For example, this one, صفحاتك.com, which could be an address. So it could be like that, or it could be an IP. Okay. Most people enter the names. Why? Because when surfing the internet, it's easy to remember the name rather than remember the IP, the numbers. For example, you could remember صفحاتك rather than better than writing 123.99.7. I don't know what. So it's hard to remember. But when we write only a name, it would be great, easy to get that website. Okay. So URI or URL, what is it abbreviate for? What it means? Uniform resource locators. Okay, web browsers request pages from web servers by using the URL. A uniform resource locator, which is URL, is used to address a document or other data on the web. A web address like صفحاتك.com follows the syntax that I will show you now. For example, here we have a syntax. For example, I will write the Google URL that we write when we need to serve Google, and we will discuss that together. We write https, then colon, for 2 first slashes, then for example صفحاتك.com. Let's talk about our website. Then we could, for example, go to any page, for example, contact us, for example. So first of all, we have here something called schema. So the schema here is the HTTPS. Okay, so the schema in our example, it's the HTTPS. What do we mean with schema? Schema defines the type of internet service. For example, here we have secure HTTP. So it could be called HTTPS or HTTP, which they are the most common thing. The next thing, which is the prefix. The prefix, which is the name that we have it, which defines the domain that we have. So the default is www. and so on. For example, in our example, we should write, for example, like that. So this is the prefix, which means the domain prefix that we use it. So in common, it's www. So World Wide Web. The second, which is the domain that we have used. In our case, we have the domain, which is صفحاتك, that you buy it. Okay. Then we have the port. The port in general is hidden, but it could be for websites, it could be 18. And if, for example, if you need to use that URL for a file or contacting a file, it could be another port. but for edit, for using the website, it's only part. Okay, then we have something called the path, which is the contact us and I don't know what till you get the path you want. And then we have the destination or the file name if we have a file name. Okay, so we have here some examples of common URL schemes. I'll write them down and you will see what we have, what they are. First of all, we have HTTPS, then we have HTTP, then we have FTP, also we have file. Okay, so here we have HTTP. It stands, or HTTPS stands for Secure Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So Secure Hypertext Transfer Protocol, it's a secure web pages encryption. For example, in our case here we have HTTPS, means Secure Text Transfer Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The other one, which is HTTP, which is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It's like HTTPS but without secure. Okay, so which is more common, but the thing that we send to HTTP is not encrypted, but HTTPS secured and encrypted. The third, we have FTP, which is File Transfer Protocol. It's used for downloading or uploading files. The last one, which is file, and we call it for a file on your computer. For example, here in our example here, I open that from a file on my computer, so it's called file. Even if in the internet, if you open a file, it could be file. Okay, so I think it's easy to be noticed. This was the URL encode. You should know what they mean. HTTPS means HTTPS means Secure Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The other one means Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The other one is FTP, File Transfer Protocol, which is for uploading and downloading. File is when you surf a file on your desktop, on your computer, or in such place. It's enough for this lesson, and see you in the next. Bye.